Welcome back into Live Now from Fox. I'm your host, Gabrielle Amato, and we are live now in Brunswick, Georgia, where we are getting confirmation that a verdict has been reached in the Ahmaud Arbery federal hate crime trial. Now, this verdict is set to be read at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So it is being read inside of the courtroom right now. There are no cameras inside of the courtroom. So here is our camera, our live feed outside of the courtroom. As soon as we get individuals speaking and addressing the press, we will bring you back out here live. But just for some context, a federal grand jury has reached a verdict for the 3 men convicted of killing Ahmaud Arbery in the federal hate crimes trial on Tuesday. Jurors indicated that they had made a decision on whether father and son, Greg and Travis McMichael, and neighbor, William Roddy Bryan, violated Ahmaud Arbery's civil rights and targeted because he was black. All 3 were convicted of murder in a Georgia state court and sentenced to life in prison for the fatal shooting. A judge said the verdict would be read at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time here on Tuesday, and we are 5 minutes past that mark, so we are anticipating that verdict to be read as we speak. And then as soon as we have individuals addressing the court here outside of the courtroom, we will bring you there live, raw, and unfiltered. But we do want to make sure that everyone is up to speed on precisely where we are in this case. Federal prosecutors and defense attorneys for the men convicted of killing Ahmaud Arbery wrapped their closing remarks in this trial on Monday. And our Fox 5 Atlanta team has this report so everyone is up to speed on this case. Let's take a listen.
With how the Department of Justice presented the case in front of them.
Very emotional. This has been very draining, and I'm thankful that it's almost over.
It's undoubtedly been a long 2 years for Ahmaud Arbery's mother as she continues to fight for justice in the shooting death of her son.
I'm hoping that we'll get a guilty verdict on tomorrow.
Monday, both sides went before the jury just one final time to plead their case. The government claims the 3 convicted killers of Ahmaud Arbery targeted the 25-year-old because of his race. Federal prosecutor Christopher Perez said, quote, all 3 defendants saw a black man in their neighborhood and thought the worst of him. The prosecution went on to say that this is a case about how these 3 men saw Ahmaud Arbery, and the 3 defendants never saw Ahmaud as a fellow human being. The prosecution reminded the jury of the countless texts and evidence they say proved the 3 men had racial motives and quoted Greg McMichael for allegedly saying, all those blacks are nothing but trouble. I wish they all would die. The defense says the 3 men were simply trying to protect their community and didn't just target Arbery, but anyone of any race they found to be suspects. As for the racially charged text messages, defense attorney for Travis McMichael, Amy Copeland, said Travis was talking to like-minded people.
All the evidence been pulled out. The world see what happened, and the world see why Ahmaud died, because his skin color.
As for the family, they say there is no greater gift than to have a verdict in their favor as they prepare to remember the 25-year-old Wednesday on the 2nd anniversary of his death.
I think the timing is great. The anniversary date is the 23rd, and hopefully we'll have a good verdict by the 23rd.
And again, the jury will be back inside to begin deliberations at 9 a.m. Of course, that family is hoping it will be wrapped up by Wednesday, which is the 2nd anniversary of Ahmaud Arbery's death. In Brunswick, I'm Eric Perry, Fox 5 News.
And we do want to take you back out live to Brunswick, Georgia, where we are waiting for individuals to address the media here after the verdict is read in the Ahmaud Arbery federal hate crime trial. We do have an update. Our sources within the courtroom here have confirmed that count 1 interference with rights, Travis McMichael has been found guilty. Count 1 interference with rights, Gregory McMichael has been found guilty. And count 2 interference with rights, William Bryan has been found guilty. So 3 guilty verdicts coming out of this this courtroom that is in Brunswick, Georgia. Once again, as soon as we have individuals addressing the media here, we will be sure to bring you this information live, raw, and unfiltered. And for those of you who maybe were not with us a couple of minutes ago, this is a federal grand jury reaching a verdict for the 3 men convicted of killing Ahmaud Arbery in the federal hate crimes trial. Now, jurors indicated that they had reached a decision on whether father and son Greg and Travis McMichael and neighbor William Bryan violated Arbery's civil rights and targeted him because he was black. All 3 were convicted of murder in a Georgia state court and sentenced to life in prison for the fatal shooting. Now, the judge did say that the verdict was being read and is being read as we speak, and we can confirm 3 guilty verdicts. Travis McMichael, Gregory McMichael, and William Bryan have been found guilty. I do also want to let everyone know that tomorrow is going to be known as Ahmaud Arbery Day. This is news that we broke to you a couple of weeks ago. Tomorrow is going to be observed as Ahmaud Arbery Day in Georgia, thanks to a resolution out of the State House. The day will be recognized in honor of Arbery, who was, of course, shot and killed by these 3 men, the names to which we just read out, and their guilty verdict we also just read out to you, as he ran through a South Georgia neighborhood on February 23rd, 2020. Now, this resolution of Ahmaud Arbery Day was done in the Georgia House and was introduced by Representative Sandra Scott. She is expected to host a slew of events tomorrow in honor of Ahmaud Arbery Day tomorrow. So once again, we are live here in Brunswick, Georgia, as we wait for individuals to address the media after a verdict has been reached in this federal trial. Once again, guilty verdicts for Travis McMichael, guilty verdict for Gregory McMichael, and guilty verdict for William Bryan. We are going to step away